The region around the Iguazu waterfalls in Argentina is an extraordinary bird reserve. In his clinic, Jorge takes in and treats birds that are ill, wounded, or victims of traffickers. The region of the Iguazu waterfalls in the extreme north of Argentina is a wonderful ornithological reserve. 500 species of birds have been registered there. Jorge Anfuso has lived and worked here for the last 10 years. Together with his wife, Silviana, he travels the forest paths every day looking for birds. These can be wild birds that are ill or wounded, or else chicks which have fallen from their nests, and sometimes domesticated birds like this one which have strayed into the borders of the forest.
Tener la cabeza. Muy bien, está muy débil.
After a quick initial examination, this arpia, a vulture, is taken into quarantine. There it will be given a full medical checkup. But first of all, it will be fed to get its strength back. And it's clearly its first meal in a while.
Es un ave carroñera.
This is a carrion eater. It must be a bird that's been raised and fed by humans since it was a chick. He must have escaped from the place where he grew up. Apparently he can't hunt, and he's very weak, and that's why he was so easy to catch. But not all the birds have been found by Jorge. This crowned eagle, for example, comes from a zoo in Buenos Aires, where it was kept illegally. This toucan was seized by Argentinian customs officers from tropical bird dealers. Sometimes walkers come face to face with a wounded bird. This was the case of this Alguila veuda, an eagle, which was found with a bullet in its claw. Unfortunately, the quarantine lodge never empties. New patients arrive every week. Jorge endlessly struggles against poachers and illness, but also against private individuals for whom owning a wild bird is the latest trend. After intensive care and isolation, the time for convalescence arrives and then physiotherapy. This can take several days or even weeks, depending on the case. Jorge economizes neither time nor love on teaching these birds to live again. This center, opened in '97, is a childhood dream come true. At the age of 10, he was taking in wounded birds in the streets of Buenos Aires. Today, hundreds have been saved, and some, like this one, have come a long way indeed. This bird was caught by some people in a fox trap, and the family that caught it was surprised in the morning to find an eagle in a fox trap. Apparently, it was very seriously injured and was given up for dead. It's been a long job. Both its feet were broken, and it was in a bad way all around, both body and feathers. In 6 months, we've been able to get it back on its feet, and now we're on the point of releasing it. But today, for Jorge, looking after these birds and sending them back to freedom is no longer enough. Some of the species are seriously endangered, and it's time to think of repopulating. He's built his own reproduction unit. This pair of peregrine falcons who are staying in it carry all his hope. The two birds will live together for several months away from prying eyes and agitation. Hopefully in a year's time, Jorge will be present for the first births.